Hi, Grant. Welcome back to BizJet TV. Great to see you again, and great to hear that you've upgraded again on your jet. So tell us what happened there. You traded your 550 in, and you got a 650.
Yeah. So look, I was getting interest in the 550. As you know, it was one of the last serial numbers of the 550 built, and the configuration, the way we took care of it, we always maintain our planes at Gulfstream where we buy it. And, you know, I just kept getting people kept sitting. Hey, would you sell your plane? Would you sell your plane? So we sold the plane.
Okay.
I think in October we closed the deal.
How long did it take you to sell it? Because this is something that people are interested in, the speed of the transaction. How fast was it?
Yeah, well, it had just been out of its 12 month. So it could have gone faster than it did. I think it was less than 3 weeks.
That's very good. 3 weeks. Yeah.
But my plane's never been, you know, we've never had it touched by anyone outside of Gulfstream.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people, a lot of owners, you know, go other places, third parties. We don't.
Okay.
I've sold 3 planes now. I've sold 3 planes and a helicopter, and we kind of do the same thing. The pedigree, I think, is one of the most important things on a plane because it gives the buyer assurance and certainty. I don't think price is the only reason somebody buys something, you know? So
yeah, especially in this category. Yeah. The other stuff. Yeah.
So Silicon Valley guy bought it, and it's still got my name, my Grant Cardone on the tail right now, because I see where people are calling me, hey, your plane's in Cabo. I said, okay. And then 3 weeks later, maybe 5 weeks later, we took delivery of the 650, which is one of the last in the 650 lineup.
Yeah. So basically you sold the 550 because people kept knocking on your door. Can you sell? Can you sell? Can you sell? And then you found yourself, well, I need a plane. So you thought, well, I'll go bigger. Yeah.
Well, I had a plane in play. So I knew I was going to be moving to something.
Okay.
I was pretty certain that I could get it, not 100% certain.
Yeah.
We bought it. It had a Malta registration on it.
Yeah.
So that was a little complicated bringing it back into the States. It hung up things at Gulfstream for about probably 2 weeks longer than it needed to.
Okay.
For the delivery, not the close. The 200-hour plane. The gentleman had, you know, literally flown in it once or twice. He didn't like his 650. He's like, I need to upgrade to something bigger. I have to have something bigger. I hate this plane. Yeah. I'm like, well, you know what? Your garbage is my treasure. So. Yeah.
Good. So I gather you kept the same pilots. You just got them qualified on the 650.
No, actually the 2 pilots that we had for the 550 they're full-time employees. They moved on to another owner.
Yeah.
Some of which might be with the new guy.
Yeah.
And the new owner of the 550. And then we brought on 2 new 650 pilots.
Oh, okay, I see. And I gather Ryan's still having a go. Is he? He's flying the 650.
Ryan's not flying anymore. He's in the back doing deals with me now. So I told him about 2 years ago, I'm like, some point you got to get out of the pilot seat and you got to get into the back, The back's where the money is.
That's exactly what happened to me. I was in the pilot seat for many years, and my wife's telling me, "You sure this is the way forward?" Because I think you've got a lot more in you than just being a pilot. And she was right.
So, and I mean, the pilots are paid really well paid, particularly today.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can only make so much money making money. At some point you have to start investing and you know, people can only pay so much for a pilot.
Yeah, exactly. Now, how has your flying changed now, 2 things. Lockdown happened. During lockdown, were you still flying around in your plane or not?
We only did 65 hours last year. Somebody said to me that in 2020, we did 65 hours. They're like, dude, that's like 30,000 an hour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but I don't really look at it like that. You know, I didn't sell my plane when COVID happened. I didn't buy a plane saying I have to use it every week.
Yeah.
I don't do that math that a lot of people do. You need to, you know, supposedly 250 hours to make sense of the plane.
Yeah.
One deal can make sense of that plane for me.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I've been telling people too. It's the deals that you do, and that's really the important thing. Now, how is your flying?
If you don't have the ability to get in front of the right people, figuring out how many hours you're going to use it, I believe is a bit of a mental, you know, game that you're playing with yourself, trying to make sense of a plane. You either make sense of it or you don't, because you're not going to make sense of it dividing 8,000 into a certain number of hours to say, oh, now it's better than doing something else. Yeah. You either want to own your own plane and have access to it, and you're willing to fund the pilots, the hangars, the maintenance, the insurance. And if you use it on one deal, use it on one deal. If you can use it on 100 deals, that is that much better. But like, nobody's ever in our plane. Yeah. The most people we ever have in that, the 650 is 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
And I violated that on delivery. I went and picked up 9 customers in New York, flew them down to Miami for an event I was doing, but I very rarely do that.
Yeah. Okay. So how is your flying going to change now that lockdown's event? Do you think you're going to be, because obviously what a lot of people have learned during lockdown is they discovered Zoom, and they discovered that a lot of deals can be done without traveling. And so people are traveling less, but they're still traveling. Is that the way you're looking at it, or are you still going to travel the same amount of traveling you did before?
Yeah, no, we plan on doing, we're going to do a European tour this year, world tour. And so we'll definitely use the 650 for that. It's extended range, so it can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, you know, I did a $189 million deal at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And it required, trust me, I tried phone calls, I tried emails, I tried texting, I tried more phone calls. Please meet me, please meet me. Yeah. And the guy kept denying to meet me. He was in Houston.
Okay.
I was in Miami. I told Ryan, after he told me 17 times in a row he wouldn't see me, I said, get the plane ready, let's go. We're going to Houston. And Ryan was like, he's already said no to you. I said, well, now he's going to have to say no to my face. So we literally flew into Houston. I called him up. I said, I just got here. You want to do dinner or you want to do breakfast? He's like, man, I'll see you for breakfast. Okay. He walked in because I flew in.
Yeah.
He walked into the breakfast meeting and said, okay, let's do the deal. So to me, that makes a difference, right? You can do the Zoom and you can do the phone calls, but the ability to still get face-to-face and close the distance between you and the goal or the target. And nothing does that better than a plane until we get to teletransportation.
Yeah, you're right. Because I mean, trying to do this with the airlines, and now with the disruption in the airlines where they're canceling flights, delaying flights, you never know when you're going to get there, the other end. And then you get your bags lost. You know, there's all sorts of disruption that's happening now because of this COVID thing. It's just air travel has got worse. And this is what's driving more and more ultra high net worth individuals into private jet ownership. Because even private jet charter is very difficult to do these days, because you ring up to try and get a charter, you got to ring 3 weeks in advance because they're flying like crazy.
Exactly. And that's going to continue to be a problem. You can't get suppliers to build these planes. Equipment is backed up. If maintenance goes down, if somebody's sick at a particular facility and you can't get into the facility because everybody's worried about, you know, COVID or Delta or whatever nonsense they're worried about today, then you can't fly your plane. So we're in Miami. We keep the plane down at Opelika. I know that I'm gonna put it down once a year for 2 or 3 weeks for a good check.
Yep.
Other than that, I'm gonna have access to it when I need it to go where I need to go.
So you see the value of your Gulfstream is in
dude, like not having the stress. I don't think enough people sit down when they're figuring this out.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to take 60 million bucks and trade it for a piece of equipment. I know the 60 million's going down.
Yeah.
And by the way, I know the plane's going to go down.
Yeah.
The plane's going to go down. It's going to lose value too. But the truth is both of them are losing value. Yeah. Now I need to make sense of, okay, forget the hours. Is it 8,000 an hour, 10,000 an hour, whatever that is. Mm-hmm. What me walking into meetings without stress, me not being frustrated and angry because I got held up for 2 hours, or because some flight couldn't leave or couldn't land, or I'm on a plane full of people and there's, who knows, there's some idiot on the plane that causes us to have to stop some other place. Like, I don't want that on my agenda. Life is so filled with so much drama that if I can reduce that part of the drama, anxiety and stress of life, I think it's worth the money.
Yeah, because you got into that meeting in Houston, nice and relaxed, ready to go. Oh. The guy knew you came in with your own jet. You know, it's just a whole different ball game. compared to maybe some other guy was trying to do that deal. You were way ahead of him.
100%.
Yeah, that's what it's a peak performance tool. That's what I call it.
And it's saying that, I mean, to own a jet, to buy a jet is one thing, to keep one is another thing. And anybody doing business at another level, at the upper levels, they know buying one is okay, that's a big deal that you can buy one.
Yeah.
But that you can keep one and maintain it, take care of it, fund it, have the pilots. That says a lot to people about your ability as a business person to manage your life and your business and make it work.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a big corporation. I'm not Coca-Cola or Google.
Yeah.
So it starts bringing me up into, I believe it brings me up into a category of players where I'm taken a little more seriously.
Yeah. So where do you see the whole private jet industry going now with COVID and that? Do you think more people are going to get into it?
I think all broken industries are paying a price right now. Schools, you're going to see more people homeschooled now. It's a broken system. It's been broken for 25 years. People have been frustrated with the school system. So what? COVID's going to be like, okay, now we're going to finally homeschool our kids.
Yeah.
The transportation business has been broken for years. Look how many airlines go out of business.
Yeah.
You know, how many people complain about getting on a plane, the stress again, the time, the missed flights, the anxiety, the way people are treated on planes. It's just gotten worse and worse over the years, not better. So COVID hits. All right. Hey, I'm going to trade money. I'm going to trade money now to get rid of that anxiety in my life. So I think it's going to continue to grow. You know, it's an industry that is very slow to change. It's very, very expensive to bring new ideas and new equipment to the game.
Yeah.
So I say buy the best plane you can, buy bigger than you think you can. Whatever you think you're going to need, trust me, go at least one level more than you think you need. You will not regret having more space at 50,000 feet or 38,000, wherever you fly. I get to fly up to 51,000 now, so I'm happy to be up there.
Yeah, because you're above all the airline traffic. You get shortcuts.
And I tell my pilots, I said, you redline this plane the whole way there.
Yeah.
You burn as much fuel as you have to. I'm running out of time in my life. So time is my most valuable commodity. Redline this plane, Mach 95 the whole way as high as we can go.
Nice one. Nice one. I bet you they enjoy that one. Pilots like going fast.
They love it.
Good. Grant, thank you very much for being on BizJet TV again. And we wish you all the best of luck with this year. And I'm sure you're going to 10x your business even more. And you deserve it, you and your family, and what you're doing and the way you do stuff. You're helping so many people. And that is a great tribute to you and your family. Thank you.
Same to you, my friend. Have a great 2022. All right.
Okay. Take care. Thanks.